mall walk. Some people fuck mothers. You know, it's to each their own.
Yeah, you can go with this. Can go saw as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna take a lot out of you. You might get a little banged up. Why I know on camera? Because Lordcat didn't hook up the camera. Mumble doesn't have video. We're not on Google Plus.
Nobody is on Google Plus. Nobody is.
You want to yell at somebody? Yell at Lordcat. He didn't hook up the fucking camera. Not my department.
I still have text-to-speech on, so this mumble discussion is kind of hilarious. Text-to-speech trying to keep up with the typing speed.
It's having a little stroke, huh?
Yes. When people talking over each other, I know, but people with the same voice talking over each other, that's weird.
It sounds like Stephen Hawking falling down the stairs.
Oh.
I'm going to hell.
Nothing to do for 2 weeks.
I envy you. I'm always busy. I'm never not busy.
I actually have to hold a presentation on realistic calculation of lens flares via ray tracing, which I've done nothing for so far.
I had a job interview on Thursday, so I might be even busier.
Oh, for what?
Help desk.
Oh,
18 bucks an hour. It's part-time, but it's 18 bucks an hour.
Can do it from anywhere?
No, this one's actually got to go to a hospital to do it. The one I can do anywhere would be 14 bucks an hour, but I don't hear back that one until middle of January.
So, you have a laptop you can take in case nobody's calling?
Yeah, I can do that. Or my phone. Hell, I can do plenty of shit with my phone.
Oh, writing scripts on your phone, kinda.
I could. Just be a pain in my ass, but yeah, I could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a laptop I can take.
I want to fight the plot, not the controls. Also typing as well.
I don't know. The swipe is... I've gotten really used to using swipe. It works really well.
I mean, all of those touch keyboards still have the problem. You have to look at the keyboard.
Yeah, you do. You can't just... When you're typing, you can just type and don't have to look because you know where all the fucking keys are. Touch keyboard, go.
I mean, swipe is probably the best one of those. Could probably go line type. Well, I can kind of expect you to hit the first key right. After that, it just goes by the movement. I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I like the button and the joystick. They're good inventions.
I'm kind of glad we don't have that many more questions. It was probably about another hour or two worth of push.
Don't underestimate Lord Kid Mafia to come up with stupid questions. And by stupid, I mean interesting.
And by interesting, you mean the vicious cycle.
Might have sounded wrong.
Ah, shit, the blip numbers have gone to shit this month, which is unusual for December.
Might just be a fucking blip again.
I made 1,700 last month. This month I'll be lucky to make 12.
At least I don't think it's that expensive to live where you live, right?
It's not too terribly expensive, but yeah, I could always use more money. More money is always good.
Whoa.
I like
Clean your
money.
headphones. There we
Only
go.
America experiences are New York and Orlando.
Huh?
Yeah, those are ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
Why New York or Orlando?
And God, that's the only place I've been in America.
Oh. She go to South Carolina.
What I want to do there.
Visit Nash.
Dude, even I wouldn't tell people to come here, man. This is not exactly the best vacation spot.
Myrtle Beach.
No.
That's the only thing. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can think of, Nash. I have a question. Should I ask it here on the forums? On the forums, forums.lordcat.com. Also, please ask Kin to enable your account. If you can't ask it in the forums, please ask it on the Mumble. Lordcat.com is the Mumble server. You'll have to custom edit.
Would be preferable if you have a microphone, but you
Yeah,
can
preferable if you
still
have a
type
mic,
without
but if you don't,
microphone.
whatever.
Can still type.
Well, that's to prawns. Try that again. Alrighty. Seawall, you there?
Yeah.
Hello? Do I sound okay?
Hey,
Yes.
what's going on, Seawall?
Sound like always.
Hello. Yeah, currently on terrible connection and on laptop, so terrible combination.
No problem. Listen, we'll once we come back from break, you'll be the first question. All right?
No problem.
Okay. Just give me like 2 more minutes, though.
I'm gonna go take a piss myself then.
I got a 15-minute break, and goddamn it, I'm going to use it.
I guess go take a quick piss then.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, I'm still confused by this BIOS boot order question thing.
Yeah.
Why would one hard drive mask the other one?
Hmm.
I've looked at the SATA protocol. At no point could one hard drive interfere with another one.
We don't even know if it's a SATA drive. It could be an IDE drive.
Oh, well, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, would.
But 1 terabyte IDE drives?
They exist. Or existed. But it
No,
was a
you
500... No, it wasn't a terabyte, though. It was a 500 gigabyte IDE drive. 500
yeah.
gigabyte drive. That was causing the problems.
How? I mean, I could see if it don't connect it, everything would go away. Maybe. But if you connect it, the other one disappears? Two other ones disappear?
Nash, you there?
Yeah, right here.
Alrighty, you guys ready?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Running an ad, and then in 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a 10, and a 1, and welcome back to the How to Do It Marathon, along with Mark and Nash. I'm Jason, hour number 6, and we're quickly approaching the end here. Hopefully within the next hour or 2 we will be done, or maybe 3. We'll see. We have Seawall here. Hey, Seawall, what's going on, man?
Hello.
So, you've got a little bit of a problem with an external drive.
Yep.
What's going on?
The thing decides that I can put anything on it, but it doesn't like me taking anything off of it, like copying it to my computer.
So you can copy from your computer to the drive, but not to the drive from your not from the drive to your computer.
Yes.
Can you read the files? Or
Oh yeah, I can see the files.
You can see them, but you can't like read them, like view them in Notepad or
open
anything?
them?
I've tried that, but it's been a little glitchy. Some work, some don't.
Okay.
That's
Well, if
interesting.
some don't, then you would see would be an explanation why you can't copy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because copy kind of stops at that point.
That
That doesn't sound too good for your drive.
No, that doesn't sound too good at all. How old is this drive?
It's a salvage from a laptop, and I think it's taken a little bit of it's taken some bumps and bruises along the way. You know, falling off a desk or
Yeah, you may have
People are bad.
you may have bad sectors on that drive. Have you done like a full scan in that drive to check for bad sectors?
No, I haven't, and I unfortunately don't have the equipment to do it with me.
Yes, you do. You have a computer, right?
I'm on a netbook.
Okay, and you
And
can
this
connect the
guy's-
external drive to the netbook, right?
Yeah? Oh, check disk. Derp.
You do have check disk, right? I'm just wondering, like, I mean, like,
It is a netbook.
yeah, you've got check disk
Yes,
on
it
there.
has it.
Yeah, you've got check disk on there, so I would run a full check disk on that and see if it's got some bad sectors on it. That would be the first thing. The other thing I would say is, if check disk doesn't find anything wrong with the drive, you may have like it may be irrevocably damaged.
So next step would be a normal format or even a low-level format.
Yeah, normal format, low level. Oh,
Yes, I
pardon
know what
me.
the
Wow, I'm a
format is,
fat
but
bastard.
A low level. I'm not familiar with the low level formats.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Like, take the drive, really write zeros everywhere, then write ones everywhere, write zeros everywhere.
Wow. And
So
then
you can
So kind
actually
of that
access
C
every
cleaner,
sector.
clean it or whatever, clean the empty space thing or whatever.
No, that would kill the drive. I would delete all data from it.
Got it.
No, I mean the format thing kills all data.
yeah, so I would say run check disk, and if check disk doesn't come back with errors at all, which I would be surprised if it doesn't, do a low level format, and then try copying files again. If that doesn't work, get a new drive.
Yeah, try to copy what you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Like files you
I've
can
got
open. Would
I've
take
got backups of this stuff in like 4 different locations on both my desktop, and I got most of it on my laptop already. So
All right,
I
good.
am
Well,
very
that's
proud
good
of
then.
you.
Then
it's nothing important. It's
okay.
videos.
well, then you should be
Yeah.
fine then.
Yeah.
You should be
Then-
fine. You should be fine after that, and then just you
yeah.
know,
First step for format, Windows format thing, deselect quick format. It will
Yeah.
take a while. Just saying.
Yeah.
Quick format really that it means quick.
yeah,
Oh,
quick-
It's like
other
few
quick
seconds instead of
question that's related to my laptop, not my hard drive.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mention this.
yeah.
The power plug for my laptop, when I plug it into the laptop, I've talked to Mark about this off Tuesday, off how to do it.
Yes.
It likes working sometimes to charge, but other times I'll get my power light and my battery light blinking on and off, and it won't charge.
So wait, hold on. So when you plug it in, sometimes it charges, and sometimes the lights in the front blink back and forth, and it doesn't hold a charge.
Yeah,
And
or
sometimes
what
when
it'll
we
do is it'll
touch,
charge
the
for
honesty
seconds.
is too much.
Yeah.
What?
Or sometimes what it'll do is it'll charge for a little bit, then it'll go to the blinking lights, then it'll decide to charge again.
Probably a bad connection.
Yeah, probably a bad connector. The blinking lights are probably an error code, probably like a short or something.
If they have the manual, maybe if it doesn't say anything for blinking lights, maybe it's just really clean the thing, try to move the cable around, try to find if you find a position that loads, see if the cable's broken.
Yeah.
Clean the connector.
Yeah, because I think those
Don't fall off of that.
those blinking lights are kind of specific. They're telling you something's wrong. So it could be a short in the cable, it could be a damaged cable, loose connection, or anything really. I don't know what the error code would be. But yeah, it sounds like something's loose there, and you'll have to go through the power supply chain and see where it's broken. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
See you all. We'll talk to you later, man.
It'll let you know. So yeah, see ya.
Have a good one, Mo.
New power brick isn't that expensive.
No, if it's a new power brick, that's not that bad. I mean, who cares about that? All right, let's go to JMPO8's question in the forums. Happy holidays, guys. My CPU fan has been acting weird. Once in a while, when I turn on my computer, the fan of my CPU makes a loud noise like it... Oh, I'm sorry. We already talked about that. Excuse me.
Rerun!
God, I'm stupid. Let's try this again. I am running. Izuki writes, I'm building a new computer. What do you think of the products I've picked here for the motherboard, processor, RAM, video card, case, and power supply? And can you recommend anything better or cheaper in the same price better in the same price range? And looking at it, I mean, we're talking an AM3 Plus motherboard with SATA 6.
I would not do the AM.
Yeah, I might go Intel because you're talking the Zambezi 3.1 AM3 Plus. The FX series of AMD, I'm not a fan of. I'm really not. It's steamroller, it's bulldozer, it's a pile of bullcrap.
I mean, even all right. Just I know. Let's see that's $159 something got here. Even the i3 Ivy Bridge, which is the same price, $150.
Yeah.
Not only, I know it's only a dual core, but you can upgrade. Let me see what the i5 is, because it might not be that much more. For an extra $50, you could get an i5 that would it's a quad core and it'd be much better functionality and much better performance.
Yeah.
And you can get a LG 1155 motherboard from Gigabyte for about the same price with about the same.
Yeah, I would only honestly go with the 8-core AMD in the most dire of rendering situations.
Well, it's not an 8-core though.
It's not. It's like 4 cores.
It's a quad core.
The cores
are split.
Yeah, it's quad core with hyperthreading essentially. It's just not called hyperthreading. All right. So yeah, I'd go with an Intel quad core. Honestly, AMD really dropped the ball.
Yeah, they shit the bed on this one
really badly too. I mean, astonishingly badly. Like at least the prior series Phenoms and Phenom X2s were really good. The Phenom 2s, I mean, they were really good.
Good for their price.
And for their price, I mean. But for the price that they're trying to sell you this at, it's bad. I mean, they even have to lie to you, say it's 8 cores, and it's not.
It's not 8.
I mean, it's pretty bad. As far as everything else, 8 gigabytes of memory.
Fine. You've got the GTX 550 Ti. Let me see what the 660 Ti. Let me check the prices.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I go with the 550 Ti. The 660. Wait, the 6... No, you're going to 550. Let's see if the 650.
Mm-hmm.
50. Yeah, I go with the 650 Ti, because the 550 and the 650, the price difference is like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with
the 650. And, I mean, the power supply looks fine. You're talking 650 watts. That's enough. We're not exactly pushing the boundaries here. That needs 1,200 watts of power. So.
Yeah, our best recommendation is go with Intel and get the 650 instead of the 550.
Yeah.
You might add about $50, $60 to your total price, but
it'll be worth it because AMD. I mean, AMD. We used to recommend it all the time on the show, all the time, and they shit the bed so hard we had to abandon them. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
a year ago we were saying, "Oh no, you got the Phenom 2, get the AM3 Plus, you're future-proof, you'll get the and then the next processors came out and made us look like fucking idiots.
Those processors were a
still
joke.
sorry for that.
No, I'm still so sorry for the people we told to buy that AM3 Plus. That was a mistake.
Yeah, Pile Driver, and we were like, "Well, don't worry, the Bulldozer came out. Don't worry, Pile Driver's coming to go fix everything."
Well, no, when Bulldozer came out, if you remember, we were like, well, let's hold off on the AMD for a little bit. But, when Pile Driver comes out, we're going to reevaluate this, see what they did. And then Pile Driver came out and...
Fuck.
Or no, I'm sorry, it was Steamroller and Bulldozer, was it not Pile Driver?
Yeah.
Pile Driver is the one that's never coming out anymore.
Yeah. Well, we're making it. We're still making. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're not.
Liar.
You know what you're doing? You're going to brand it Pile Driver. That's what you're going to do. You just it's AMD shit right now. They got to get their shit in gear because that's just disgraceful. All right, Kane, our forever friend Kane has a question for us. You remember Kane, don't you, Nash?
Yes.
Remember what Kane did, Nash?
Yes.
Do you remember both things Kane did?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to actually drive down with this guy to pick up Roll T and then go down to MagFest. Should I be afraid?
Yes. He will piss on your car.
He has a gun.
He will piss on your new car computer.
Hey, we talk about wrestling a bunch.
He'll talk about wrestling a lot. It's all right. He can talk to Roll T about that. He's got a question. Unlike the previous year when I shot the shit on my hard drive, there is no crazy, insane wonderings about this tech this time around. This year's question is for Nash. You probably answered a variant of this question before, but I'm still curious. What is considered to be the lowest of low quality of guitar and the highest of high quality? What guitars are more valuable and why? Finally, what would be the best type of guitar to pick up if someone is trying it for the first time?
All right, if we're talking brand new, because if we talk vintage guitars, there are so many different kinds that are good for different reasons. But if we're talking brand new, lowest and low quality, some of the really, if you're spending less than $100 on a guitar, you're buying a piece of plywood. It's crap. You're wasting your money. Price range is your first indication. $100 is your bare minimum. That's likely going to get you a Squier Stratocaster clone or a Squier Stratocaster kit. That's going to be at least a poplar body, so you're not getting fucked there, and at least you can upgrade the pickups later when you're ready to play something a little harder. High quality, that would be something like Fender's American Deluxe series or anything from Paul Reed Smith or again, that's priced there, and that's you're looking at about $1,000 in that range. But it's worth it. Why are they more valuable? Well, in terms of vintage ones, it's the year they were constructed. It's what they were constructed out of, and the longevity. 60s guitars are considered really, really great ones. If you get anything from the 60s era, you're getting a great guitar that's built to last, and it sounds good. They've really been kept in good condition. Also, mid-80s Japanese Stratocasters are the holiest of holies. Those were some amazingly constructed guitars. In fact, to the point where you cannot officially get, to this day, a Japanese Fender anywhere but the gray market in America. You'd have to gray market one of those because they're not allowed to sell them outside of Japan.
Why?
It's one of those regional things. I'm not exactly sure the logistics behind it, but I know if you're in America, you can get an American or a Mexican Stratocaster officially from, you go to Guitar Center and get it. You can get a Japanese Stratocaster secondhand used, but brand new, you'd have to gray market that thing to get it. Why are they more valuable? Tone, construction, quality of the work, handcrafting, and quality. Those combined make a big difference. Best type of guitar, if you're going to pick it up for the first time, I would get a Squier Stratocaster kit from Guitar Center. It costs you about $100. You get a cheap-ass amp and guitar. Why? Because if you're just starting, it's better to get good on a crappy guitar so you sound great on a good guitar. That's kind of the thinking right there. I would go with or a Strat kit, or even if you prefer the sound of a Les Paul or any Gibson, they have cheap Gibson kits too, just the starter ones. I would go with, if you're spending more than $200 on your first guitar and amp, you've spent way too much. You're learning. Your first time learning, get a learner guitar. And I recommend the Stratocaster learning kit because it's not a bad quality unit, and it's so easy later on. You can swap out for brand new pickups or better quality pickups to make that Squier, $100 Squier, sound like a $500 guitar just by wiring in new pickups. So I would recommend that. You can upgrade it later. That, and if you find out it's not for you, or you don't like it, or for whatever reason, you haven't dropped your entire life savings into a guitar.
It's always good to spend very little on your first foray into a hobby.
Yeah, and like I said, again, I recommend the Squier Stratocasters because upgradable. Easily upgradable. Anyone can upgrade a Stratocaster. All you need is some wire cutters, soldering iron, electrical tape, and a screwdriver. And that's all you need. That's absolutely all you need.
All right, well, we move on to the next question, and unfortunately the next question is does not have a happy ending.
Oh, shit.
NASA asks, for a while my graphics card on my laptop, which is an NVIDIA GeForce 520MX, has been running a lot slower than it used to. So much so that the integrated graphics card has been outperforming the actual dedicated one. About the same time this happened, I started to get blue screens on my computer complaining about a corrupted driver. I made the connection and reinstalled the drivers on the computer, but even after I did a clean reinstall, the issues kept reoccurring both with the graphics card running slower and the blue screens. Do you have any idea what is going on or how I could fix this problem? Yes, I know what's going on, and yes, I know how to fix it. Your graphics card is overheated and shot. How do you fix this? Get a replacement motherboard for your laptop.
It depends, though.
Clean it out first.
Yeah, clean it out.
Well, you can try cleaning it out. Make sure you clean it out first. Get all the dust out of it, and make sure it's not running overheated. But I've had this problem before on many a laptop, and every time it's been the graphics driver. It's been the graphics card itself that's been burnt to shit.
Now you
burnt to
say a
shit.
new motherboard,
Mhm.
but some of these cards are daughter boards.
The 520MX is not a daughter board.
Not a daughter. Fuck!
No, this is it's a BPA. It's directly soldered onto the board.
God damn! This is why those suck.
Well,
Fuck!
That's a problem with laptops. If something breaks, repairing it.
repairing it basically means replacing the laptop.
You'd have to, depending on how old your motherboard is, your computer is, you might be able to get a new motherboard fairly cheaply on eBay. But that also means tearing the fucking thing completely apart, and it might be more trouble than it's worth, or it might be out of your ability to do. Clean it out, buy a new one.
Clean it out, buy a new one. Clean it out, buy a new one. The problem, see, you know, we get made fun of for saying clean it out, buy a new one, but the problem is this is going to become more and more prolific as we get more and more questions about, tablets.
Oh God, fuck yes, you can't fix them.
Can't fix them at all. And even if you could fix them, you can't put them back together. You need glue.
You can't even replace the battery on some of the fucking things.
It's terrible. It's absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, you can't disassemble and put them back together. Why? They're glued together.
Yeah, are you sure you want to get yourself some epoxy and put that shit back together? I don't think so. No, they're not made to be fixed. They are not made to be fixed. They're made to be bought again. That's exclusively what they're made to do. Nobody believes me when I tell them that, though.
Yeah, it's you can attempt it. If
you can fix some Android tablets, but
not all.
Can't fix the Kindle. Can't fix the Nexus.
With a laptop, yes, a standard non-Apple laptop, you can take that fucker apart and replace it. But you have to be patient.
Not the Retina, though.
Yeah, it's not a simple. It's easier to take apart a desktop computer than it is to take apart a laptop. And there's a lot of screws to lose. You have to. It helps if you have the service manual, because then you know what to do. But you have to take it apart in a specific order and then put it right back together in completely reverse order. If you miss something, you have to take it back apart to put in what you missed, and then go back again. It's a long, tedious process. Now, if you don't have a lot of money and you feel willing to give this a shot, Um,